Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Renee. Thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate y'all being here. And today is Rbsg season 5. I don't know what episode. It'll be in the thumbnail and the title. I can't remember. Anyways, it is Christine's month. So if you want to see what word she got and what she tasked us to do and what I'm going to do with that, then stick around. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. So the word that Christine got was home. So she said she wanted us to do a look based on a room in our house or a home that we grew up in. And she said it could be inside or outside, something that makes you feel like home or feel at home. So what I thought I would do is kind of play on that a little bit and do a look based around my yellow roses that are in my front yard, because I love yellow roses. I always have. It was not like a big part, but kind of, aside from the price of why I bought this house, because it had a rose bush out front, and the fact that they were yellow roses just made it that much more better. I just put on my Sun Touchable Whoa Glow 30 broad spectrum SPF. 30 broad spectrum. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that. But anyways, the look. Let me put my phone up over here. I'm going to do reel it back in. Okay, rewind, start over. I'm going to do a look based on my yellow roses out front. And I'm going to use my Ace Beauty Palatopoli palette because I wanted to use this a couple looks ago, I think, but it didn't have what I wanted it to have for that look, but this one does. We've got green, we've got yellow, we've got like a brown colors, so I think this is gonna work. Let me get some eye base down. Alrighty, guys, I got my Nomad Cosmetics Clean Canvas eye base down. And now I'm gonna go in with Ninja Turtle, which is the green. And I think I'm going to, I really need to get my brushes organized around here so it's easier for me to, put those ones up there and just have my eye brushes here and my face brushes there. I don't know, we'll figure it out. It's always a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. Is that how you say it? Anyways, what brush do I want to use? There was one I had that I was using all the time for the outer V, and it worked really, really well. But I can't find it. Was it this one? Nope. Not that one. It was an angled brush. All right, anyways, I'm going to use this one. What brush is this? It's a hip top brush. All over brush. I'm going to use this to take the green and put that in the outer V. I think I'm just going to do kick up in the pan. One eye with you guys. And then do the other eye. Do the rest of my face. And then come back to reveal the final look. I'm really glad that she came up with this idea for this word. I know sometimes, like, when you randomly generate, okay, so Rbsg, Random Beauty Support Group. So this was started by Erie 5 or 6 years ago, I want to say, as a way to get a group together to inspire each other to be creative, you know? So she started this way back when, and then she wanted to take a break from it, and so she asked, well, I think Michelle asked Erie if she could take over, and or something to that effect. And Michelle said that she wanted to take over, and then Michelle needed to kind of take a break, and so she asked me to kind of do it this year. So I asked Tish to kind of be my co-host to do it. But anyways, we have a group of ladies. I can't remember how many we have in right now. We've had people join and then drop out. So anyways, each lady gets, and it could be a guy. A guy could join if they wanted to. But right now it's all ladies. So each lady gets assigned a month. And then when their month comes up, we use a random word generator and we generate a word for them. And then they have to decide what they want us to do with that word. And I always tell everybody, is there a hair? Oh no, there's one sticking out. I always tell them to think outside of the box. So you could get a word where you think it would just be a neutral look, but if you kind of think more about it and think outside of the box, you could be a little more creative with it. And then each lady can also kind of play on that and do their kind of interpretation of it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be exact. We're supposed to be inspiring each other to be creative and think outside of the box and get outside of our comfort zones and kind of play with makeup a little bit. That's why I like this group so much. You know what I mean? Like, some people might use a picture in their house. You know, it doesn't have to be one-sided, you know? Like, it could be a lot of different things. It's kind of what you have to think outside of the box and be creative a little bit and not like think that everything is, you know what I mean? There's all sorts of different meanings or ways that people see things, you know? So it doesn't have to be just closed off, you know, and boring. It can be fun and playful and creative and all sorts of things, you know? Like, you gotta play with it a little bit. This is a really, really pretty green. I really, really like this green. So I wonder how to put that. Hold on, let me fix this. Although I can use my concealer to kind of straighten it out a little bit. I really like this green, you guys. That's really pretty. All right, now for the yellow. What brush do I want to use? Sometimes finding the right brush is the biggest issue. I think we'll use this Cinch brush for the yellow. And it is As If. I think this is so cute. It's like a play on the 80s. Material Girl, VHS, Digital Pet, Mullet, As If, Slime, Walkman, Macarena, Queen, boy band, mixtape. I guess 80s, 90s. All right, let's take As If and put that on the inner part. Well, I guess it would be more 90s, I guess. Early 90s. Early 90s, late 80s. All right, I'm just tapping this on the inner part here. And then I don't know what to put on the lid. There's a green and a yellow. Maybe I'll use both of them and then figure out what to do on the inner corner. And then what on the lower lash line? Maybe a play on what's on the top. Or maybe I could use a brown on the lower lash line just to kind of fit in the like stems of the rose bush. Or the dirt. You know what I mean? That's a really nice yellow too. Ugh, I love Ace Beauty. They really do have a nice formula. I don't know why more people don't talk about Ace Beauty. I think it's a great brand, really. All right, I think I'm going to use a sponge tip applicator. And we will go in with Slime. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. And I'm just going to tap that. maybe most of the lid and just put the yellow on the inner part. Kind of bring that into this matte green out here. Ooh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. And then we'll just keep the yellow like on the inner part of the lid. And we'll have the green be more, like, take over more of the lid. Gosh, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding words. I know, because I'm freaking tired. Today will be my first day back to work after my vacation, and me and Tish went on a brutal hike on Friday. Today's Sunday, so that hike was something else, man. I was cooked by the end of it. I really was. It was a tough hike. You know, it not like lengthwise, you know, I can do the lengthwise. It's the up and downhill. All right, now I'm going to go in with Scrunchy, which is the yellow. Ooh, this one's really soft. Really soft. Smushy. And put that on the inner part of the lid here. Oh, that's pretty too. Gosh, this is a pretty palette. Really pretty palette. I think maybe I'll put brown on the upper like line as a liner, and then put that on the lower as well. And then I'll show you what shade I used at the end when everything's done. And I'll try to remember to do swatches as well. I'm going back into that green and just kind of blending everything together. I'm gonna have to blend it out a little bit because it's kind of a little bit messy. But when I use my highlighter to do the brow bone is when I usually kind of blend everything out and make it look a little bit better. Maybe I'll use this small singe brush and just kind of go over the edge just a little bit. Bring that yellow into this green to blend out that harsh edge a little bit, and then the highlighter will kind of finish it off. That's so pretty. That is so pretty, guys. All right, there we go. So that's kind of like what we're working with. I'll clean it up and finish everything up when I do the rest of my makeup, but hang tight, guys. I'll be right back with the final look. Hey guys, I'm back and the look is done. What are we thinking? I think she's pretty. I got 15-20 minutes before I gotta leave. So I used the, oh my gosh, Ninja Turtle shade, which is this green shade right here. That's what that looks like. And then I used the Slime, which is that green right there. Ooh, so pretty. Then I used Scrunchy, which is the yellow. That's what that looks like, so pretty. And then I did use this brown, which is Grungy, down here at the bottom. So those are the 4 shades I have on my eyes right now. I think it came out really beautiful. I love it. Let me swatch these on the back of my hand. Yeah, I love Ace Beauty, especially this is probably one of my favorite palettes from them. And I got it because it just is a play on palette bingo. I have the cards. So you pull the cards and it's kind of like a play on a palette bingo, but a card game. And it's so much fun. I actually have a video somewhere on my channel where I did a collab with Leanna Dalton. She has a channel as well. But I did a collab with her on it, and it was so much fun, you guys. But here's the 4 shades. I just used the brown on the lower lash line and as a liner. So we have the green out here. We have the yellow. Oh, I forgot the yellow. Which is As If. Right here. I can't believe I forgot the yellow. Blur. That's what that looks like. So pretty. All right, let's swatch that. There we go. 5 shades. So we've got the green here. We've got the yellow on the inner part. We've got the shimmer green right here and the shimmer yellow right here. I used the brown as a liner here and as a liner down here. I think it came out really nice. Now I need a makeup wipe so I can wipe my fingers off. I do want to take a picture of those swatches. But anyway, what do you guys think? How do you think it turned out? Again, this is inspired by my yellow roses that are in my front yard. I do have posts, I believe, on my community page, community posts, whatever the YouTube is calling them now. It's so hard to keep up because they'll have it some way for a while and then they change it and it's like so frustrating. They do have a hype button that they've rolled out and I did notice it on one of my videos. So I don't know if everybody has the ability to hype up channels, but if you're watching my video and when you hit the like button, if it pops up hype, if you don't mind going down below and hyping my channel, it would really mean a lot to me. From what I've seen and what I've read, like I go to hype people up and it says you've already done 3 hypes for this week. So it looks like you can only do 3 hypes a week, but it will help the smaller creators. It's supposed to help the smaller creators to grow. So it would really mean a lot to myself and a lot of other creators. If you notice the hype, please hype them up, help them get those points and help them to grow. From what I've seen from videos that I've watched as well, there might be an ability to purchase hypes in the future, like you'll get so many for free. And if you want to go above that, those hypes that you would purchase them, kind of like sending gifts or whatever you would do to a creator to help them grow. But mainly the most important thing is to like the video, watch it all the way through, leave a comment and share the videos out. It really does help channels to grow if you can push them out there. You know what I mean? It's up to us to get the content out there for you to watch. But when you watch, if you could just do those simple things, it really does make a big difference. And it does mean a lot to the creator. When they see the thumbs up and you and the comments, you know, that means you're engaging with them and you are enjoying them and want to get to know them and kind of vibe with them on a certain level. Anyways, this is about Rbsg. This is the look. I hope I did you justice, Christine. I will try to leave pictures of my roses in the video at some point in the video so that you can kind of see where I got my inspiration. They bloomed, they died. I have more roses blooming again. This will be the last time that they bloom before the season is done until next year. Anyways, it's a collab. Make sure you go down below, check out the playlist, see what everybody else used for inspiration for their looks and what shades they might have used, because everybody's looks are definitely going to be different. So go check them out, show them some love. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff, as well as a plethora of other things that I do here, I try to mix it up and have a little bit of something for everybody. Join the family, Nene's Glam Squad. Go down below, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. Give the video a thumbs up and leave that comment. Say hi. Let me know that you stopped by. And I hope I'll see you all in my next video. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Bye, guys.